Hello guys, welcome back to the another section of PHP. So in this section we will learn how to insert data using PHP into our database. So I just create index file and inside that I create the HTML skeleton and I'm gonna type the title here. Inside body tag I'm gonna create a heading and after that let me just check this out. You can see we have the add user in index file. Now let me close this and let me make this little bit bigger. Alright, now let me create the form and the method will be post. So we need action and method for form submission. In the action, I'm gonna type the insert.php. We will create that file later. Now let's add the input and input type will be text and let's add name placeholder. Now let's make this input required and let's save it and check. We can see we have the input here. Now let's add the another input and this type will be submit and the value will be submit. Let's make this bigger. Alright, so our form has been created. Now we have to create this file. Inside this file, let's create a database connection. So I'm going to declare a variable connection and assign object MySQLi to this. And let's add the values. Localhost root and password will be empty and test db. After that, let's check if the database connection is success or not. So for that, we will declare the if statement and pass the die function. So if connection is failed, it's gonna give us error, but we don't see any error. So that's mean we are good to go. Now let's declare the name variable and assign that to global variable and get the value of name input. So we are using this name input in our form here. So it's gonna get the value from there and assign to the name variable. Now let's create SQL variable and assign the SQL query, which is insert into users table in the column name. And let's pass the value name. So we are getting the name value in the variable and passing that to the query. Now after that, let's create if else and let's pass the connection and get the query function and we will pass the SQL query. Now let's fetch the message. So if the data is inserted, it's gonna show user edit and we will have a link. I'm using anchor tag so we are able to redirect another page to see the users there. Alright, so in the else statement, we're gonna echo error. So if the data did not succeed into database, it's going to show us the error. All right, save it and let's close this. So now let's test this out. We don't have any data. Let me refresh. Oh, we got the error. Let me check. All right, so our MySQL was not running. Now let's go back and let's check again. So I'm going to click on database and table. Inside that, we don't have any data and we will inserting data using PHP. So I'm going to type John and you can see user added. And if I click on this link, we don't have display.php file. So let's create that. Inside this file, we will be fetching data from database to display our users. And if I go insert, we can see that we have a connection, but we already connect database here. So I'm going to show you a shortcut method of connecting database to another files. So I'm going to type include connect.php and save it. So this is the connection that we have connect to this file. Now let's add here as well. Now we have connected database to this file as well. So now let's type result and assign that connection, get the query function and type the SQL query. Select all from users tables and it's gonna select all the users rows from that table. Now let's add some HTML inside echo. So it's gonna be a user list and let's loop that data. So let's row is equal to result and get the fetch associate function. The short form is SOS. So inside while let's echo the list item and also make sure to add the UL in the line number 7, which is a user list line. So I'm gonna type list item here and that will be ID and we will fetch row and column name ID. Now let's add the name and that will also be row and column name will be name. Alright, so let me fix the unexpected token. Oh, so we misplayed that bracket. It's gonna be here. Perfect. Now let's add the semicolon as well. And after that, let's create echo and let's close the UL, which is unordered line. All right, save it. So we are connecting our database here, passing the query to the result, and in the while loop, we are displaying the users. So let's test this out in a browser, how it's work. So I'm gonna open browser and I'm gonna type John and submit. So user has been added. Now let's see user and we are fetching data from database. So let's see in the database as well. You can see we have the data here. Now let's try another one. So I'm gonna type Mickey, submit, view user, and we have the data. And it is also available in database. So we have learned how to insert data into MySQL database and how to fetch data from database. In the next video, we will learn how to delete or how to edit data inside database using PHP. If you like this tutorial, subscribe to our channel and I will see you in the next video.